Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. We are about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in New Mexico in the United States. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and Fire Lab priestess and also an AstroVed astrologer. I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this YouTube channel. Dr. Pillai has said that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. Each of them is a divine light being. And in doing this puja, we are inviting the blessings of all these light beings to come into our lives and also into our world. So thank you very much for participating in this group puja. The puja is being done using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I have drawn this chart in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table. And to do the puja, I also have a container of water. I have a bell, I have a hand fan, and I also have a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'm going to offer onto the blackboard chart in appropriate places as we go along with the puja. This form of puja was taught to me and Raja Malloy, Mina's brother, many years ago by Dr. Pillai himself. So this is a puja that Dr. Pillai designed after watching some of the Ashtamangala astrologers from Kerala doing a puja that they do every morning. So he gave us this version to do. So we start the puja with first dipping some finger into the water and putting water on all four sides of the chart, a few drops, and dipping the water, putting some water on top of my own head. And I'm sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, we're all participating in the puja with a sense of being in sacred space and being purified. Next, we invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja and to remove obstacles for everyone on the call in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. We ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of you now and always, and we thank him for his help with this. Now, I do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time elements active in my area at the moment. We're going to honor the various time Shaktis. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on the blackboard chart on top of Mars, represented by the letters M-A on the chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. And go ahead and honor the moon and put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Dhanishta. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Now we turn our attention to the moon phase, or the Tithi. At the moment, the moon phase that we are in is one called the seventh waxing moon, known as Saptami in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said for the moon phase, we would use the Sanskrit name followed by the word Devi, invoking the light being associated with that moon phase. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. At the moment in my local area, that's the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the time elements of the yoga and the karana. Dr. Pillai said for these two time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Vyagata, which has energies that are fierce. Vyagata, Vyagata, Vyagata. And the karana that's active right now is one called Garisha, which has energies of increased effort. Garisha, Garisha, Garisha. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would always start the puja in whatever sign was the ascendant in the whole area. Ascendant is represented here with the letters AC, and it means the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with honoring whatever planet rules the ascendant sign as a gesture for how important that planet is at the moment. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant, we're going to honor all the planets And we're going to start with those that are in the ascendant sign of Scorpio. Today in Scorpio, we have the sun, we have Venus, and we have Mercury. I start with honoring the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Anuradha, a star of prosperity and also energies for friendship. This is a star that is the birth star of both Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and Vishvamitra, the sage who gave the Brazi sound to Dr. Pillai. So the sounds Shrim Brazi can be very activated through the sun today. And the sun is the planet that represents our soul. So at a soul level, prosperity and friendship may be good things for us to focus on right now. I put the flower petals on top of the sun as I honor Anuradha star. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Mitra, a form of the sun in which he is universal friend to everyone. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Anuradha star, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor Venus, and we're also going to honor Mercury for being in Scorpio. Both of them are in the same star, so I'm going to honor both of them before I invoke the star. We start with Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor we honor Mercury for being in Scorpio. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Venus and Mercury are both in a star called Jayesta, a truly huge star that has energies, according to Dr. Pillai, to give us help with courage and conflict resolution. I put the flower petals across Venus and Mercury. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Now, we honor the archetype that rules Jayesta star, which is Indra. Indra can give blessings for leadership and courage. Om Indraye Namaha. Om Indraye Namaha. Om Indraye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Jayesta star, which is Mercury. He is comfortable to be in a star that he rules today. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishika or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. And Venus, planet of happiness, enjoyment of material plane comforts and beauty and the arts. And Mercury, planet of communication and business, and also a planet that helps with our sense of humor. I pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction from the ascendant, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and also Saturn. We start with honoring Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta. This is a star that gives blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 archetypes who each rule different spheres of existence. Sometimes artists portray them as standing in a circle, holding hands. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that can help with patience, structure, compassion, and perseverance. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planets in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains the moon and also Neptune, who is retrograde. We start with honoring the moon, and I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Dhanishta. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta is ruled by the 8 Vasus. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Pause just a moment. Next, we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. He is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can help us with purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness as well as forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-minded of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Neptune, a planet that can help us with our intuition and also help us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter. I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We ask for blessings from this star with our own efforts at business development, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurbundya, an archetype who can help to guard our treasures and protect our valuables. We ask him to protect our treasures and valuables, as well as our treasure that is the very earth itself. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. The planet is always comfortable when he's sitting in a sign he rules. So today Saturn is comfortable sitting in Capricorn, which he rules, and Jupiter is comfortable sitting in Pisces, a sign he rules. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, a zodiac sign that's the most metaphysical and transcendental, kind of dreamy energy of all the zodiac signs. Today containing Jupiter, a planet who can help with everything related to spiritual teachings, can also help with wealth, and can also help with everything related to banking or legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planet in it is Mesha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so I'm going to invoke both of those planets before I invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we invoke Uranus, who is retrograde and extra powerful. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We ask for justice for ourselves, for us to be just towards others, and for there to be more justice in the world for everyone. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mesha, or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign with very active energies. Today, containing Rahu, a planet that can help us make friends with new technologies, and Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars. Mars is retrograde. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that can give blessings of prosperity, as well as curiosity to inspire us to learn new things, have new experiences. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Soma, a form of the moon in which he is a liquid form, a divine nectar called Amrita, the nectar of immortality. We honor Soma, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Mars. Mars is comfortable to be in a star that he rules. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and also a genuine love of luxury. Today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Vishaka. Just a second, let me check on that. I'm having a doubt. Just one check a second. Nope, Ketu is still in Swati. I put the flower petals on Ketu for honoring Swati star. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give divine blessings. It's a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. So there's also a love of independence and also a bit of restlessness associated with this star. We honor the star, put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the air and the wind element. Vayu is also the father of Hanuman. We honor him, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energy for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the little blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and has the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a hand fan to offer the element of air, and I wave it above the chart in a clockwise direction 3 times, offering the element of air and a cooling breeze. And now I take a bell to offer the element of sound and ring it above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we've just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I pray for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a vow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for about a minute, and then if you have questions, you can post them in the chat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, Peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, we have a little time. If you have questions, you're welcome to post them in the chat, and I will do my best to try and answer them. You're not required to have questions, but we do like to give an opportunity for questions in case there is something on your mind that you want to ask about. Okay, not seeing any questions being posted in the chat. Just seeing people saying thank you, namaste to each other. Everyone is welcome here, whether you post in the chat or not. We're grateful to have everyone here. And it's very sweet to have people in different states, different countries, different continents. I know we have a few continents represented just with the people that are here, which is really lovely that we're honoring the planets and stars and inviting them to bless our earth, to bless all the countries, to bless all the people. That's a very sweet thing. We do appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, if you like the video. It helps the channel to continue to grow. There is now on the Religion of Religions channel an offering where there's continuous mantras of Dr. Pillai that are being played with some beautiful pictorial videos. So if you want to even put that on in the background during the day, that's something that helps us all to have beautiful sounds entering our minds and our thoughts. We also appreciate your support for the other programs on the channel. I know tomorrow, Wednesday, there is a special program for the goddess Angali right before the Planetary Pooja that Shiva Kami has been helping with. And then there are other daily programs doing communion with Jesus, healing prayers for the planet. And Ronnie has a special program on Saturday where she talks about different archetypes or saints and gives information on them. So we're thankful that the channel continues to grow, and we invite you to explore all the options on the channel. I'll be here again tomorrow doing the Planetary Pooja. It is always a little different each day as the moon is changing stars, changing signs very quickly. And then we get to see other planets going retrograde or direct and starting to move through different signs, different stars as well. Namaste to everyone. May the light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.